game this weekend, Blues hockey. So that may or may not happen. I don't know. We'll see. So, and I think, Tawanda, do you got any other updates in your area about the coronavirus ordeal? And if not, it's okay. We're going to go ahead and continue with the show. I just want to give them an opportunity to kind of share and speak on what's going on with the coronavirus.
Yeah, so basically now, like you said, people are like actually starting to really freak out and things like that, and now like the basic things are not available. Like they're running out of cases of water now as we're speaking, bread, milk, etc. And then also like the hand sanitizers, the Lysol products are also like you can't find these products hardly anywhere. Walmart, Target, like hardly nowhere. Like just for basic hand soap type of thing. Like then I even was told like several stores have ran out of ginger ale soda. Like it's definitely real, and we just had, and the scariest part to me because this is the start of it. You get what I'm saying? Like literally, we know that it's gonna take them at least 6 months, almost to a year, to try to get some type of vaccine for it. So meanwhile, we're at the tip point of it, and all this is going on now. So I feel like we're in a Great Depression right now. It's like really sad. And then I feel sorry too, because I think about some of like the poor family, because they've been played the divide and conquer game, and we know that all this stuff exists, the redlining and poor family, the poverty and all this stuff. But I just feel sorry for and I'm glad that they did shut the schools down, because I know kids transmit things, germs left and right. But I also feel sorry for some of the families that actually, kids that are like looking forward to their breakfast, their lunch, their snack type of thing. You get what I'm saying? I'm hoping that they have ways, and nobody have not mentioned that yet, the ways for the poor families that need that food, that meal during the day type of thing, to actually get those meals to those kids type of thing. So that's my biggest scare. And then a lot of folks here in our city, my brother, don't even have health insurance, because it's so real with the president doing all he can do, and he's shutting down the welfare system, social service type of thing. Like men that used to could come home from jail and, get their little food stamps, little check or whatever, till they get on their feet. They're like, no, if you don't have any children, you can't get anything. And even the mothers that have children, they're starting new stuff that's forcing them off. And I remember I had brought it up on a show I went on a couple months ago, because I always keep my eyes on everything. And nevertheless, they had stopped, remember, if your loved one was in need of, money or whatever, the social service would at least provide $250 to $500 to help your loved one, for emergency funds for families that couldn't afford to, to pay the funeral. They're not even giving that no more. They're saying that now if you don't have a case, an active case with social services, you can't get that $250 to $500, which is really nothing, because we know that it takes to do a proper burial or whatever. However, we know that it takes more than $5,000, anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 it takes. But it's just really sad. So a lot of families now are forced to have their loved ones cremated. So I said all this to say, and I can tie it in with the coronavirus. If you got a lot of low poverty families now in the city that don't even have health care, don't even have life insurance to actually bury their stuff. You get what I'm saying? And this can make it sick. It's crazy. How they going to get treated.
What's interesting about the coronavirus, and okay, so let's go to the UK, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the UK, if you are a citizen of the UK or you're in the UK,
mm-hmm.
all of their medical expenses are paid for. It's free. Right. They don't care about any illness or any disease. They will. Matter of fact, this is the good thing about the UK. I've never been. I've got a best friend over there in the UK, and I know about some of the stuff that's going on over there in the UK. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to go to the doctor. You can make a phone call. The doctor comes to you right in your living room. The doctor will come to you. How great is that? The doctor will come to you and diagnose you, bring your medications to you, and all of that. However, if you have to go to the doctor, everything is paid for. It's not like over here in America where you got to pay a co-pay. You have to have a co-pay. You have to have the insurance. If you don't have insurance, they don't want to treat you, or they give you the minimum. It's just crazy, right?
It is.
Again, just real brief, again, for those that are tuning into our show, we're talking to Sister Tawanda Jones, who is an activist, and she lost her brother to police brutality. His name is Tyrone West, and this happened in 2013, and she has been fighting for justice for her brother ever since then. Right now, we are briefly giving you guys news as it's coming in to us about the coronavirus updates. And we understand that most of the people that have died so far from the coronavirus, they have had poor health conditions, and they were mostly elderly. So I just want to share something with you guys real quick about the whole corona. And since it is affecting mostly the elderly people, I think this will be pertinent to share with your family members. While the nation and world contend with the COVID-19, it is important to protect yourself and your family both physically and legally. Due to the COVID-19's effect on the elderly, it is essential that Americans have the following 3 forms completed in case of medical emergency. All right. Number 1, you need to have a medical power of attorney. Select someone to make medical decisions on your behalf. This is for our elders. We need to be looking after our elders, taking care of our elders. Okay, so check on your elders, your mom, your dad, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, etc. Number 2, you need a durable power of attorney. Durable power of attorney. Select someone to make financial decisions on your behalf. And number 3, a last will and testament. Decide who receives property and assets. And it's sad that, you have those that practice insurance and attorneys. This is a time for them to make a lot of money, okay, because of the crisis, because of this epidemic, because of what's going on with this so-called coronavirus, which is, again, a flu, right? So, again, this is a way for them to capitalize off of your family's calamity, your family's turmoil during this coronavirus crisis. All right. If you've got any information about or any information that you'd like to share with us regarding the coronavirus on the show, that's fine. This show is not about the coronavirus. However, it is going on around us, and we need to be cognizant and informing each other as to what is actually transpiring. We're going to go to the phone lines in just a few moments. Again, you are listening to the King Yah Online Radio Show. I'm your host, King Yah, and our honored special guest is Tawanda Jones, the sister of the brother Tyrone West that was brutally murdered in Baltimore. We're going to the phone lines, and then we're going to come back. More from Sister Tawanda Jones. Thank you. Mama AZ, we are coming back to you, honey. Hey, Mama AZ.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask if Sister mentioned it, I didn't hear her. What race were the policemen in that department? Were they all Caucasian? Or were there also that you are aware of copper-colored people involved in this too? Because, the police stick together.
Absolutely. I'm glad you asked that question. That's a great question. Unfortunately, the first 2 was in Caucasian man. Chapman was a Caucasian man. Ruiz is like he's mixed. But then we had other white officers. We even had black sisters hitting and participating in the murder. And we even had the black officer from Morgan State University that actually finished my brother off, a 315-pound man. The witnesses said my brother body looked like a fish that was took out of water. He was gasped for air because he had been pepper sprayed, tased, kicked, stomped, mazed, and he was in a hog-tied position, in a prone position, face down, with his hand cuffs, basically where you meet your hands and your feet. They put the chains and cuffs and you meet you in the back of your back. He was face down that way, and David Keller Lewis actually came and sat on him, like knee in his back, foot on his neck, until he was no longer breathing, moving, or screaming. He was dead.
Wow. Horrific, graphic. Those that are tuning into our show, this is definitely an adult show. This is definitely a show that is very detailed. It's very graphic, and parental discretion is advised because this is a heinous crime that was committed against a family, an innocent, unarmed black man. This atrocity has gone unanswered. Since 2013, there's been no justice. No officers have been convicted for the brutal murder and this heinous crime, this assassination of this unarmed black man, Tyrone West, in the city of Baltimore, state of Maryland. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Tawanda Jones is telling you what happened with her brother, how she had to have his body exhumed. They thought that foul play was involved. They had her brother exhumed, and their suspicions were right. In spite of that, no officer has been arrested. No one has been arrested after this brutal murder of Tyrone West. It's unfortunate. We know that it happens. It happened with, we love our families. Trayvon Morton family. We know that his murderer was not a cop. However, other innocent, unarmed black men and women around the world, black and brown men and women around the world, have been murdered by cops. And we also know that black, brown, white, and others have also been murdered at the hands of their own kind. It happens all too often here in America. It's sad. It's unfortunate. And we can only hope that this senseless violence will end. And we want to say that we send our love and condolences to those victims, to those families that have lost their family members' lives to these crimes. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you, Tawanda, as well. And to our listeners, again, we just want to say thank you. We appreciate you for your support and for being here for our beloved sister. We're going to go to the phone lines if anyone has any questions, any comments, or if you just want to say hi to our sister, show our sister some love. We appreciate that as well. Our sister is definitely not alone. She is, like our brother, a victim of an unjust society, of an unjust system that has turned a deaf ear after committing a heinous crime against an innocent family. So with no further ado, we are going back to the phone lines. Mama AZ, we appreciate you. Your phone line is open. I'm going to bring on another caller right now and see if they have a question or a comment. Area code, let me see here. Okay. We got another caller on the line, also area code 336. Your phone line is open, area code 336. Please tell us your name, where you're calling from, and if you have a question or comment. Area code 336, your phone line is open. You have a question or a comment?
That may be me. That may
no,
be
there's
me.
another one. There's another 336 on the line. 8210, Eric, 8210.